Magandang araw sa ating lahat. Ako po si Chona at tayo ay magkakasama dito sa programa kung saan mga kabataan ng bida. Ito ang Kaya Mo, Kaya Ko Rin. Kung ang hanap mo ay inspirasyon, panibagong pag-asa, lakas ng loob sa pag-abot ng mga pangarap mo sa buhay, ito ang programang para sa iyo. Sa pamagitan ng pagbabahagi ng mga kwento ng tagumpay ng ating mga guests, masasabi din natin kung kaya mo, kaya ko rin.
Ngayong araw naman po, isang espesyal na guest ang ating makakapanayam. Why I said special? Because we invited a guest all the way from Thailand, the land of smiles. Siyempre, hindi naman ako marunong mag-Thai language, pero medyo dudugo ilong natin ngayon dahil mag-i-English po tayo. Our guest today is someone very close to my heart. I met her in Japan like more than 3 years ago. We were always together back then since we are a team and we had a lot of unforgettable experiences together. You'll know more later on. I really admire her because you can learn a lot from her. One thing amazing about her is that she can speak 3 languages fluently and maybe more. Let's find out. So this episode will really fit to those who are looking for inspiration while learning new language. So without further ado, let's all welcome Miss Jane Sinto.
Magandang araw po! Hi guys, I'm Jane from Thailand. Right now I'm living in Bangkok. Have you ever been here before? This place is really wonderful place and have a lot of good street food. Please come and enjoy. If you come here, please tell me. Then I will bring you travel around Bangkok. Hi!
Yeah, I'm really curious. Like, how is it possible that you can speak 3 languages really well?
Oh, actually, it's really difficult for me to answer this question because myself still think that I'm not good at any language. I still need to improve myself. But what I can say that learning another language is not difficult thing for you guys. But the important thing is the heart to learn and the heart to improve yourself in other language.
I see. You should have the heart, yeah, just like what Jen said. When you're learning, it's very important to have your heart poured on that certain thing that you wanted to learn. Well, basically, because Jen is from Thailand, so she speaks very, very fluently in Thai. But being able to speak in English is a different thing. FYI, for our listeners, Thailand has a different approach in learning English. And like here in the Philippines, most of the Filipinos can speak English because we have more opportunities in learning it. So if you speak English in Thailand, that's something that you can be so proud of. So yeah, let's ask Jen let's ask her to share her story on how she learned English. Jen, can you do it for us?
Sure. But please don't laugh at me, okay? Okay. Actually, I maybe sound funny, but I start learning English from comics because that time I'm not really interested in English because it's not my official language. So I just study English in the university only. Yeah, also in high school. But that time I'm really into the Japanese comics and I'm really want to read it every day, something like that. And I could say it's really, but I have to wait too long when they translate into Thai. So that time I think, okay, I don't wait anymore. I will just read in English. At first it's really difficult for me because I'm not good in English at all. But because I really want to read it, so I just check the vocabulary and grammar one by one. What does it mean? What the story is talking about, and what they say. So that time I'm start to improve my English and then remember all the grammar and vocabulary that I learned. So it's somehow like when you listen to the song and you can remember the lyrics. Yeah, it's the same way that I study my English.
So, is there any other language that you are currently learning aside from English and Japanese?
Actually, right now I'm interested in Korean because I have a lot of friends, Korean friends, and somehow I would like to talk with them in Korean. And also, I also like the K-pop song. Do you know Blackpink? They're really famous in Thailand. Somehow I just want to listen to their song without see the translation. Just want to listen and then understand them directly.
What is the most difficult thing in learning a new language, and how did you overcome it?
For me, the difficult thing is just like structure and language culture because when you speak in English, you can just talk with everyone freely. But when you talk in Japanese, you have to think about the position of the people you're talking with or the age gap. So somehow it's really difficult because they have so many level of language. And also they have the culture that something you can use and something you cannot use. This expression can use, but in other situation cannot use something like this. So somehow it's really difficult for me because I'm not native speaker, and it's just like if I try to translate them from Thai directly, then it maybe makes like a misunderstanding to other people.
Of course, there are so many benefits on learning new language. So let's ask Jen, what are the benefits of knowing a lot of languages?
Oh, I have so many things to say. I think it's more than 1 hour that I can talk all about it. But yeah, if you learn new language, yeah, for sure that you can make new friend, new friendship, new knowledge, new culture, and many things that you can name it because different culture, different country also have something different from your country. That's why everything is really new for you to learn and to discover. Mm. It's just like today that I have a chance to share my experience to you guys, or also the same way as me and Shona. Actually, we should be stranger, right? We live in the different country, the Philippines and Thailand, but because we decide to challenge our limitation through volunteer program, so we become friends and fighting for 1 year. Actually, it's just like, yeah, we have a good time and yeah, sometimes we fighting, but
Yes.
because of that, after we finish the volunteer program, we become really close and just like keep in touch with each other. When we have something to discuss or talk or just want to talk about something nonsense, you have one more friend to talk about it. And it's really fun.
Yeah. Actually, there's a saying that says, the limits of my language mean the limits of my world. What can you say about this quote?
For me, I think it's really true because as I mentioned before, they have so many benefits when you learn other language more than your native language, right? And maybe
Yes.
someone may think like, why do I have to learn more when just my native language is enough or for my daily life or for my job? But I could say that it's no right or wrong answer for you. But for me, I will try to explain you in my way. So let's think about if you know just only your native language, it's just like the same way that you living in the your village, living in your village. So you do something like do something as usual, like your daily life, eat the same menu or meet the same people as yesterday, something like that. But when you think about, there are also another village that's close to your village. They have their own culture, people, their food, or anything. But don't you think it's fun to like exchange everything that your village have and the other village have? So it's the same way that if you learn the new language, you have a chance to talk with new people and have a chance to try new food or try to learn some new culture. So it's really fun.
To all our new language learners over there, what advice can you give them?
Only two things that I want them to remember. The first thing, please, learning with joy. What I want to say that please find your own way, your own method to study, because languages have so many ways to learn. It's not the same, like it's not the same as math or physics. They not have the fixed solution or the fixed method to do. So please find your own way to study, then you can enjoy and learn it with joy. The second thing that please keep in your mind that you're not native speaker. So it means that it's okay to make some mistake. It's okay if you use the wrong grammar or like you don't know the vocabulary. So it's okay because you're not native.
Thank you so much, Jane, for sharing your experiences to us. And just like what our guest mentioned, we have to find happiness in what we do so we can smoothly sail in whatever goal we wanted to achieve. And of course, we should never lose hope because that's the way we survive the challenge. Let's say in learning a new language, we experience the difficult part, but these too shall pass away, right? And later on in our lives, we'll have these precious memories in how we did it. So yeah, again, thank you so much to all our listeners. Maraming salamat po sa patuloy na pagtangkilik dito sa programa kung saan mga kabataan ng bida. Ito ang Kaya Mo, Kaya Ko Rin.